had the great pleasure of bringing you Quest specials over the past decade, featuring today's leading thinkers. This Quest explores what it takes to live a life of true happiness, personal fulfillment, and authentic success. It is a life rooted in the choices we make, choices so vital they can turn individual ambition into a global movement for change. It is my great privilege to present the wisdom of today's most inspiring teachers and visionaries. I believe that each of us has a heroic path to walk. This is a call to greatness that begins with you. And igniting that spirit, that passion for the possible, is where the journey begins.
The transformation for me came when I started to love myself.
Everyone is a hero. You know, look at the thoughts we've survived. Look at the situations in our lives that we've survived.
Unless you're doing something in life that is that you feel passionate about, that you feel passionate about the people, most likely you shouldn't be doing it.
And the higher purpose is to gain mastery in life. And we gain mastery when we learn wisdom and when we can become more loving.
The number one rule is clarity. The reason most people don't get what they want is because they don't know what they want.
The true joy in life, being used for a purpose known to yourself, is a mighty one.
I knew ultimately that I can't exist without you, as you can't exist without me.
Self-confidence, the open, sincere, and truthful. So that really, I think, brings some kind of deep satisfaction to oneself.
Wow, how powerful and how true. Oh, how many of you feel uplifted already? I know I do. I'm so honored to be with the producer of Quest for Success, Lily Fournier. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us and this extraordinary program. Lily, the timing for the show couldn't be better. Why did you decide to create Quest for Success?
Well, I think we're all on a quest for success. I believe that now in particular, we're in need of powerful inspiration and inspiring role models to really lift us up and give us hope and courage. I think that we've entered an age that's asking each of us to walk a heroic path. And so with that in mind, it was my great pleasure to reach out to some of the world's leading spiritual and business leaders to talk about what does it take to achieve success, and success with significance. You know, each of these extraordinary people went through enormous challenges and overcame all these obstacles to achieve their dreams. So I think that if they can do it, you and I can too.
And it takes your phone call right now to the number on your television screen. What is your dream? What is your quest? We have the answers for you, and Lily has put together some terrific thank you gifts.
I find that the secret of success is that we have to know what we want. We have to believe that we can have it. We have to have some kind of plan to go after it. We have to understand the law of attraction, which says I attract that which I think about and attend to and focus on. We need to know how to create teams and mastermind alliances and build relationships and take care of our bodies. And so to me, there is no one secret.
What I've had to overcome, and it's not over yet, it's a constant process, is self-doubt.
Every single person has challenges, and it's not the challenges that matter, it's what you do about the challenges.
Get a clear sense of what your values are. Live by it.
Everybody wants money. With money you can buy things that bring you happiness after a good day of work. If you do elect me, you will work. But not too much. I understand you. Not too much work. Work brings you away from your family. Family is the root of society. You don't want to work. You do want money. More you will have money, more you will be happy. That's mathematics, you know? Happiness is richness. Now! Do you want to be rich? Now! Then vote for me!
If the world on the outside is guiding you, then you can become a sheep and you miss the truth. We're always doing the best we can. We can do better.
There's a great story that's told about a Cherokee elder who was talking to his grandson and telling his grandson that the human condition is like we each have a battle inside of ourselves. And the battle is between two wolves. One wolf is the wolf of unhappiness. It's the wolf of fear and anger and jealousy and frustration. And the other wolf is the wolf of love. It's the wolf of gratitude, of appreciation, of kindness, of generosity, of forgiveness, of compassion. And the grandson says, well, which wolf will win? And the grandfather says, whichever one you feed.
I think we're just afraid. Every spiritual teacher talks about fear as one of the most potent enzymes that gets in the way of our joy and our love and our liberation.
It was one of the great experiences of my life is going through the stacks of a book of a library over in Hawaii at a university, and I pulled down this one book, and it has 3 sentences in it which are so powerful. It just staggered me. It changed my life. Between stimulus and response is a space. In that space lies your power and freedom to choose your response. In those choices lie your happiness and your growth.
The mind is like a terrified child, and we live out of that fear, out of that frustration and confusion, the frustration and confusion of what we believe. Enlightenment is only to be awake to the thought in the moment. And if it's a wonderful thought that brings you joy, just go with it. But if it brings you stress, then I invite people to question it.
Self-worth is a decision you make. If we're not estimating ourselves as a worthy person, then we're the person who's doing that. We make up our own meanings. And so we have to reclaim the power in us that says, I am worthy.
Beauty crowds me till I die. So if I want a different outcome in my life, it's up to me to create it. That's the very first step, is the step of taking power.
There's nothing that we cannot heal. If we're not believing the negative thoughts in our head, if we've questioned them, then what is there to stop us? We're fearless. We're fearless, and again, love is the power. Love is the motivator.
Most people are afraid of their power. I think most people are afraid of their greatness.
You want to be the warrior, I act in spite of fear. You want to be the wizard, I attract what I need to attract and what I want to attract.
We have to face our resistances and our fears to what we're being called to do.
It's about being a warrior, being able to act in spite of fear, act in spite of discomfort, act in spite of inconvenience, act in spite of uncertainty, act in spite of anything, to get the job done over and out without any excuses.
I think the most successful people are people who, do not sit down and think, how can I make a fortune? It's people who have a passion for something. I love music, so so I found a particular band that I loved the music of, and that band, we couldn't get anybody else to put their music out, so I decided to form a record company. Now, the end product of signing bands like the Rolling Stones and Genesis and Janet Jackson and the like was wealth, but that was not where I got my satisfaction. I got my satisfaction from creating a great record company that I was proud of. But if I'd actually gone into it because I thought I was going to make good money, I don't think I would have made a penny.
I think starting your own business is really a powerful, powerful thing, because it says I have a dream, and I'm now going to build structure around that dream to support that dream. And it's one of the most powerful ways to empower yourself, just to do that.
One step in the right direction is worth 100 years of thinking about it.
Now, Lily, this is your 11th and the Happy, Wealthy, and Wise, your 12th in this quest series. Why did you go on this quest?
I developed a passion to really help people break through whatever's holding them back, because that's ultimately our belief systems that we have to, sort of round out the edges to become the people that we most want to become. And so I had a very successful career as a cog in the wheel of making Hollywood movies. And then I got bumped off an Air India flight that was blown up by terrorists. And I've never told this story publicly before. And I think it was my gratitude for getting to raise my children that I vowed to commit my life to making meaningful programs. And it still makes me emotional today. And so I set off to make the quest, and I got rejected endlessly. And I just persisted. And sometimes I had to take enormous risks, and I was a house of folding cards. So ultimately, I would say that it was my faith and my commitment that helped me achieve the dream of bringing together the wisdom of some of the great leaders of our time and esteemed teachers and best-selling authors. And it was all to help you achieve your dreams. So the Quest Wisdom Collection, which is what it's all become, is really a wake-up call for you to live your unlived passions.
Lily, you really have put together something that will help everyone reach their potential and know what their quest is. Talk a little bit about that.
The Quest Wisdom Collection has the power to really transform your life, and so many people have told me this. And combined with the Quest for Success combo, which is what we're calling the Ultimate Success Collection, is really a very powerful self-growth extravaganza. It's got the Life Trilogy in it, which is like having a PhD in self-empowerment. And then, of course, after that is the award-winning Quest for Love series, which featured America's foremost love experts on everything that you need to know about love and living. And it covers topics like how to find a soulmate, how to overcome heartbreak and learn to love and trust again, how to honor yourself, the sacredness of yourself as a woman, and how to create passionate relationships that last.
And Lily, talk a little bit about the Women of Wisdom and Power.
I love this series. It features some of today's most loved and respected women. They are really extraordinary, and I think that they know a thing or two about woman's true power and wisdom. And so this is really profoundly moving series about embracing your beauty and your wisdom and really stepping into your power as a woman. So it's about how to be a positively powerful woman.
We're going to hear now from Jack Canfield about how powerful that collection is.
I just want to say that I think the Quest Wisdom series is one of the greatest collections of great master teachers and spiritual leaders of all time, captured like in a treasure chest that you open up, and all the information you need to live a really profound, spiritually uplifting life full of wealth and abundance, full of joy and passion and intelligence is all there for you in one place. It's really like someone's gone out and traveled around the world for years to find all these people and bring them to one place and bring them into your home or your office. So I sincerely invite you, encourage you, and if I would implore and beg you, literally, watch this series. It can change your life. It'll bring you more wealth, more joy, more happiness, more abundance, more health, greater relationship fulfillment. Do it for yourself, do it for your family, do it for the world.
Please do it now, and that is making that call of support at whatever level is right for you. Well, indeed, Lily, you have put together the ultimate success quest collection.
So, you know, if you commit to it, you will succeed.
Lily, part of that wonderful ultimate success quest collection is the terrific compendium to this program, Happy, Wealthy, and Wise, that you've put together.
You know, that is my ultimate favorite show. It is spectacular. It's feature length. It's got incredible dramatic vignettes in it and techniques that you can use every day, what I actually like to call your power tools that can have a profound impact on every part of your life that really matters, whether it's your wealth or your relationships or your happiness or yourself, because it all begins with self. It's always about you. And so it also features really inspiring role models like Sir John Templeton, the late Sir John Templeton, who was a billionaire and a legend and one of the most respected investors in the world. And he actually made his fortune at the greatest economic downturn, at the height of pessimism, and he shares the secrets on how he did it.
Those people who always are optimistic produce more than those who are always pessimistic.
What entrepreneurs really do is put what they earn at risk, where they could lose it all, and do it over and over and over again.
Taking risks is actually dashing into hope. You're just dashing into the future and hoping that it's going to be better.
I learned a real juicy lesson, investing some money. Had it not been an ouch, I might not have learned it.
You diversify. You never put too much of your assets in any one thing because it might be a mistake.
I had to start my own business. It was overwhelmingly fearful. And so I said, just go for it.
My father told me he couldn't give me even $1 to go back to college. That seemed a tragedy to me at the time, and so I obtained 3 different jobs. If I hadn't had that training, I would never have been able to accomplish much in life.
Everybody shot me down, and I just persisted. I said, you know what? Until I get a break, I won't stop.
You do have the power to create the life of your dreams. Start right now.
If you have a dream that burns like a fire in the belly, then you have the power to achieve it. You have to educate yourself to succeed. It's really important, and particularly in these times,
That's right.
You can't be running scared or give in to despair or depression. You've got 360 degrees of opportunity to outpicture prosperity.
You can make excuses, you can make money, but you can't do both.
All along, it was my passion and my drive to fulfill that vision that kept me going.
The voice of fear is still there. I haven't silenced it, but I don't pay much attention to it.
Literally, it's about being a warrior, being able to act in spite of fear, act in spite of discomfort.
Each of us has a heroic path, and that means that we have to step into the unknown. And every one of us needs to take that journey.
Time is short, energy is short. Do it. Go for it. It's now or never.
You put your skill and knowledge together with who you are and your strength, and you become unstoppable.
I love that idea of being unstoppable. And Lily, you've had some amazing times in your life, some great times and some really tough times, but you've been unstoppable. What's been the secret of your success?
Well, I think I love that concept of being unstoppable, and I think that secretly that's what we all want. You know, we want to be fearless and heroic and leap over tall buildings and go where no man's been before. At least I do. So the secret of my success, I would say, is incredible perseverance, the courage to take risks, and the willingness to try over and over again. And I think that every one of us has the power and the strength and the resilience to overcome whatever obstacles we face to really achieve our dreams. You know, but you have to believe in yourself.
The time that we have all been waiting for is right now. We're hearing about the importance of becoming more awake, more conscious, more empowered in our own lives and not just going through the rote routine of life and not being a victim of life.
I'm too old.
I'm really depressed. I'm weak. I'll be alone.
I'm just not good enough.
I feel lonely. I feel powerless.
I feel pain. I need more money. I need to be thinner.
I hate him.
I resent myself.
I resent my thinking.
People often judge themselves, and it's extremely painful.
The work actually is inquiry. It's a way to question the mind. And I have come to see that an unquestioned mind is the only world of suffering. It's the thoughts, unquestioned in the moment, that are ruining my life right now. That's why I say no one can hurt me. That's my job.
When I was younger, I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I was smart enough. And I never looked at myself as a genius. I never looked at myself as somebody who is smart and somebody who has got the abilities to love himself.
I was so depressed that for the last couple of years of more than a decade, I wasn't able to leave my home, or very rarely.
I grew up in an extremely abusive family, both verbally, physically. My first father used to beat me. I had low self-esteem. I had a lot of resentment toward my parents and toward the society I was being raised in West Virginia. And it took me years to really understand the importance of forgiveness and letting go.
For a while, we love our anger.
It makes us feel alive.
Then anger turns on us.
It settles into our souls and pulls a curtain over our eyes and says,
Now see everything through me.
Anger takes joy as its prisoner.
It keeps us low, and cautious and afraid and quiet.
The only thing it fears
is forgiveness.
One day, as I lay on the floor of a halfway house, actually, my self-esteem was so low, I didn't believe I even deserved a bed. That's why I slept on the floor night after night. And this particular morning, a cockroach was crawling over my foot. And I opened my eyes, and in place of all that darkness, absolute joy and delight just poured out of me in the form of laughter. And it had been a long time since I'd experienced laughter. But it just poured out and poured out.
There's a healing power.
And here's what I discovered. When I believed my thoughts, I suffered. But when I questioned my thoughts, I didn't suffer. And I've come to see that this is true for every human being. My work is simply 4 questions, and then I invite people to turn the concept that they're dealing with around and find an opposite, so we could take the thought, I'm too old. Is that true? Absolutely not. I am not too old to be me. Here I am, 61 years old, that's it. Argue with that. That's reality. How do I react when I think that thought and I believe that lie? There goes my sexuality. There goes my self-esteem. Feel the depression that begins to take over. Feel the hopelessness. Feel how you begin to find excuses for not living out your passion. So I question what I believe, and it doesn't even leave myself as an enemy, my own enemy.
I just have learned to trust me, and most people don't trust themselves. And by doing that, I have created, huge financial wealth. We sold over 100 million books. Every one of us has unique abilities. And that's God's way of saying, or the universe's way of saying, this is what I want you to do. I gave you the talent, go do it. Sing, dance, write, draw, paint, do movies, whatever it is. And to go for it and to do it with passion.
If the why is big enough, then you'll get up in the morning when you're tired, on the weekends, at nighttime, you'll do whatever it takes. I've built 4 multi-million-dollar companies. I have evidence. I don't need anybody else's evidence. I've got my own evidence to know that it works. And so get passionate about the big, big, big why.
I deserve to fully express myself 100%. That's what I'm here for, to express myself. And every one of you watching this is the exact same thing. And you are denying your destiny, your birthright, your divinity when you don't do that.
I say 2 words that will change your life. Do it. Whatever it is, just do it.
We're hungry for this extra meaning, purpose, what I believe is ultimately love.
I find that each time I question what I believe, that my life becomes kinder, and the people around me see me as a kinder human being.
Our job is to constantly be forgiving everything.
What if forgiveness was almost instant?
Instant.
What if we were so filled
with beauty.
Beauty.
And understanding.
That we just let the anger go.
It doesn't actually matter whether you're a Muslim or a Jew, a Hindu, a Buddhist. When you've quarreled with your wife, if you want that relationship to continue, you are going to talk about forgiveness and reconciliation. It's just a reality of life.
Love thy neighbor as thyself. I say I always have. I hated me, I hated you. So I questioned the mind, and now I love my thoughts. I love myself. So that's all I can project as a world.
I forgave.
I forgave.
And I felt a part.
I forgave.
And I felt a part of me rise up.
And I felt a part of me rise up and fly.
And I felt a part of me rise up.
Felt a part of me rise up and fly.
Like something the universe hadn't yet invented.
And what I love about the past is it's over. It's over. And we begin right now. What can I do from here? That's what I need to know.
The first step is awareness. The first step to any shift is to become aware of the old habits and to get very clear in your heart how it is that you intend to live your life.
I think if you want to enjoy life, if you want to really succeed, start at home. When I look in the mirror, I see a different person now. I see a compassionate, loving, kind person. And it was when I started to love myself and love who I am as a person, who I'm becoming as a person, and knowing that God created me and God created every other human being. That's when my whole life changed. I started to see a different me, which means I saw a different you. And I started to love other people more, and that changed my entire life.
The enlightened warrior is one who conquers oneself for the purpose of serving others.
If you line up your values with the right beliefs, then you can have it all. Well, it's time that we use new technology for ourselves and our new understanding of how powerful we are, how we can manifest. And how to do it is by retraining your brain to believe something different that you didn't believe before. We have to train our brain to see a new reality that we've never seen before. And that just takes a little bit of time. It takes faith, the absence of fact.
I love the statement from George Bernard Shaw. He said, "This is the true joy in life, being used for a purpose known to yourself as a mighty one, being a force of nature instead of a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances, complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy. I am the opinion that my life belongs to the community, and as long as I live, it is my privilege to do for it whatever I can."
Everybody has the ability to be a hero. Everyone has the ability to change people's lives. And how do you do that? You just do it. You give your gift, your special gift. If someone's having a crummy day and you somehow make them laugh or you smile at them, what do you think that does energetically to them? That changes things. You know, they're really down and all of a sudden they're laughing or they're smiling. You know, you've brightened, you've given them a little bit of hope, a little bit of light. And everyone has the opportunity to do that.
Bishop Tutu and myself and some other who sort of making jokes or that kind of laughing, then perhaps it's someone who got some trouble, some other place, then entered that room, may get some positive sort of vibration. So this is, I feel, very, very important in the family level or community level. I think we must create that kind of atmosphere. Then there is, I think, one countermeasure of the irritated mind. I think some way that helps.
The most important thing, if you're a father or if you're a business leader, is to know how to lavish praise, to look for the best in people, to be good with people, to inspire people, not to criticize people. And I suspect that's the number one most important thing in a leader. If you end up criticizing people all the time, people shrivel up. If you praise people, people expand.
What I found is one of the habits of happy people is wishing others well. They spread loving kindness. And we have no idea how a simple act of kindness may affect someone's life. Very simple habit, but what it does is it opens up your heart and allows you to live more in this flow of the energy of love.
I think when people get into really contributing either their time or their wisdom or their money, the feeling that they get is so spectacular by helping another human being. I think it's something that some people are taught to do more than others.
I believe that there is a level of destiny that we all have, and that we are co-creators of life. And what I found is that the people who are most inspiring to me are the people who are living in a state of surrender. They weren't after the money, they weren't after the riches, they just said, use me. God, use me in the best way you can to serve this planet.
Oh, I wish you well.
Success has a lot more to do with surrender than it does with drive or accomplishment.
I think the quest for wealth that we're in search of is the quest for truth, love, and abundance in all areas of our lives that starts with this feeling of fulfillment from within.
Nothing less than God will ultimately satisfy us.
True wealth to me means waking up in the morning excited as opposed to, oh no, not another day.
So if you want more of something in life, appreciate what you have, and you will find that you will be drawing more to yourself through your own appreciation.
How do we understand wealth? How do we understand when we are truly rich? There are certain things that grow only in the sweet soil of time that make a life well lived. Love needs time. Friendship, honesty, courage, beauty, our children, nourishment needs time. Those sunsets, those walks, those uninterrupted moments of lovemaking. This is wealth. This is well-being.
Everybody thinks of the quest for wealth as the quest for money. More net worth, more security financially. But I think the true quest for wealth is a fulfilling life. One that when you're done living, you go, that was great. What a wonderful, wonderful journey that was.
So many of us strive after this, that, or the other, seeking satisfaction. And it all turns into dust and ashes in our mouths, because incredibly we're made for transcendence, and that's what we're seeking. And when we find it, we say, this is home.
If we can start to see ourselves in the way of true success, that doesn't matter about all the things. Authentic success is when we are feeling alive, when we're feeling vital, when we're feeling purposeful, when we're feeling meaning in our life, when we're feeling full of love, when we are in a state of happy for no reason, when we are sharing ourselves with integrity, with love, with kindness, with generosity. That's authentic success. That's what we're here on the planet to experience and to live.
sign of maturity, democracy, freedom. So certainly, now you see many people seem to be showing genuine sort of recognition, the importance of the warm heart. Perhaps I think you can do more. But first, you yourself implement these things in your own community, then extend.
People who've created the amazing shifts in global transformation, the Gandhis, the Martin Luther Kings of the world, have done so not by focusing on all of the negative of what's currently going on, but by focusing on the possibilities for the future and envisioning how we could have a much better future. And that's where it really begins.
You're always about a cause that is bigger than yourself. Serving people, other families, kids that otherwise have no choice at all or chance because they've been so abused, so violated, so neglected. We must attend to them. And that, to me, is a mighty purpose.
Wow, how powerful and how true. The greatest satisfaction really comes from helping other people, doesn't it, Lily?
Oh, absolutely. You know, Heidegger, the renowned German philosopher, said that the greatest challenge of the 21st century will be, can we learn to be kind to each other? It was the Dalai Lama who said, kindness is my religion. And so I think that we should define new rules for success. It's ultimately about the person that you become and what you stand for. You know, that's important. And if you say you're living your values, then live your values. I'm personally really tired of all the pretenders out there. So I think that the quest for authenticity is the great quest of our times. And what is spirituality after all, but living in the energy of love and not just ego, forgiveness and compassion and developing a generosity of spirit. The empowerment thing is about becoming a good giver. You know, so give yourself to something, lend a helping hand.
Every one of us deserves to be happy. Every one of us deserves to be wealthy. Every one of us deserves to be in love and to be loved. And it has to start with you. It has to start with me.
Solutions to hunger start with me.
The solutions to injustice
Will start with me.
It starts with me.
With me.
With me.
And you.
The world aches for our contribution. The family of the world needs our gift. And so if we have anything in the world to do, if we have music to make, if we have a hand to offer, if we have food to give, if we have laughter to share, if we have dance that must be danced, then the time to do it is now.
And we speak there of the rainbow nation. It won't be rainbow if it had one color. And celebrate who we are. Celebrate our difference. Celebrate that I'm a woman. Celebrate the fact that I'm a man. Celebrate that I am black. Celebrate that I'm white. Celebrate that I am Muslim. Celebrate and say, I know ultimately that I can't exist without you, as you can't exist without me.
Love oneself, or taking care, affection to oneself, then that extend to immediate your friends, then including your enemy, then entire fellow human being, then furthermore, entire world or entire sentient being.
If there is light in the soul, there will be beauty in the person. If there is beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the house. If there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. And if there is order in the nation, there will be peace in this world. And I know that all of us wish for peace in this world. And the way that we can do it best, contribute to it most, is through each of us feeling the love and the joy and the peace in our own lives, in our own hearts, in our own souls. And through that, we can create peace here on this planet of ours.
We can all make such a powerful difference with our lives, and we hope Quest for Success have proven just that for you. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia Steele. So glad to have this program, and Lily Fournier, the producer, with us here. It's your last opportunity to let us know how much you appreciate this program, especially with Miss Fournier here. Indeed, the people that you have brought together really does teach us that we can make a difference with our lives, Lily.
This is the time for each of us to walk a heroic path and really step up to the plate in a big way with everything that we've got. And so I invite you to pursue your dreams, big or small. You know, it all matters. Just give with an open heart. And start now by supporting your local public television, because they make such a profound difference in bringing us these kind of life-enriching programs.
You have put together the ultimate success quest collection.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's all there for you in one place. It's really like someone's gone out and traveled around the world for years to find all these people and bring them to one place and bring them into your home or your office. So I sincerely invite you, encourage you, and if I would implore and beg you, literally, watch this series. It can change your life. It'll bring you more wealth, more joy, more happiness, more abundance, more health, greater relationship fulfillment. Do it for yourself, do it for your family, do it for the world.
Now is the time for all of us to be as bold and courageous as we can be and swing out and make this world the kind of world we want it to be. Because what you do matters. So make it count. Take your passion and make it happen. Step into your greatness. God bless. Live with strength.
I would say if you had to narrow it down to one thing that would be the most valuable thing you can do in your life, would be to love yourself, accept yourself just the way you are, because in that is contained everything else. It's feeling worthy, and it's also feeling competent. So I need to feel worthy of love, but competent to produce whatever results I want in my life. And when I love myself and pursue my dreams and achieve them, then you have total self-esteem, total self-fulfillment, what you might call true wealth.
Desperation world, nothing else will do. We can make it happen.
It's really, when we live with an open heart, that's what attracts everything to us. The most powerful way we draw things to us is through the energy of love, the energy of an open heart.
There's a healing power deep in all of us. In the darkest hour, we can still rise up.